wind is getting up, and if you're off to Clacton-on-Sea or anywhere along the coast in Essex today, fairly windy, which is fairly good for this next topic, really. Essex is soon going to be playing host to its first ever international windsurfing championship. The best windsurfers from across the world will be descending on Harwich in less than 2 weeks' time. So I suppose we better hope that the wind keeps up. It's being hosted by Quiver Windsurfing at Dovercourt Boating Lake. Darren Herbert is the organiser and Simon Chippington is competing in the contest. Welcome both. Darren, first of all, to you.
Hi there, how you doing?
I'm good. What made you decide to do this, I wonder?
Well, basically, I've been involved in windsurfing for quite a while. My dad basically used to windsurf, and that encouraged me into the sport, basically, when I was quite young. I became a windsurf instructor and travelled around various parts of the world, teaching and competing. Came back to Harwich and worked in a school there, and I just felt that the town had a lot of potential there, and it just lacks activities for kids. So there's a Victorian style boating lake there that wasn't very, it wasn't used much. So we've converted it into a windsurfing centre. So we do windsurfing and paddleboarding. And
I thought you needed to be on the sea to do windsurfing.
Well,
what's this doing it on a lake?
It is better to be doing it on the sea, but for training purposes, doing the basics, it's in a very safe environment. It's waist depth, it's sheltered. So it's in a controlled environment. I tried
windsurfing once for a television show I was doing, and there was no wind. It's getting up on this board and then falling, because there's no wind, you can't go anywhere. And the bloke saying, oh, yeah, well, if you flap this thing around a bit and everything else, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you definitely need the wind, that's for sure.
Now, Simon, you're a competitor.
Yes.
And judging by the way you look at the minute, you've been off somewhere warm competing.
No,
that's
it's
just
in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, just over the last week.
Well, actually, it has been good, actually, if you've been outside, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been very windy the last week.
Yeah.
It's been great training, getting ready for the competition coming up.
I'm right, aren't I? It's difficult to do it or even think about trying to do it when there's no wind.
It is, yeah. It's very difficult when there's no wind at all. You haven't got no wind to support your sail to keep you upright.
And so where have you participated in windsurfing?
In the UK, there's 7 events through the British Slalom Association, what this race is about. And we've had 2 meetings so far. The first one was at Weymouth Harbour, where the Olympics were. Fantastic venue. It was really windy that weekend. 2 weeks ago, there was one at Hayling Island, which is near the Isle of Wight. And the third event is at Darren's, which is on the 16th of May.
And are we good at it in this country?
Yeah, we are. I think we have some guys that are the top 10 sort of of the game, really. From the UK, we have a guy who originates from Colchester, Max Rowe. He's in the top sort of 5, isn't he?
Yeah,
he always does good results, and we had champion Nick Baker, who's still involved in the sport. He's British, so we do have some good guys out there.
And how many people are you expecting in 2 weeks' time?
Well, we're sort of competitor-wise, roughly about 60.
I should imagine
60 plus.
Yeah. From all over the world, or?
Well, you do get some international people on there on the circuit, don't you?
I think mainly it'll probably be the UK-based group who sail around in the British slalom.
Yeah.
You might get a few from outside.
Yeah, you may.
Can you win money?
Prizes?
I'm not having a go then if you can't win money.
Prizes. I think there's some prizes up for grabs. I'm sure we can arrange something also with windsurfing. Maybe we can put something in there. We use a Hawaiian brand called Goya and Quattro, and I'm sure we can do something like that.
Where did windsurfing originate? Did it originate because some countries just don't have the surf to do proper? Was that it?
Apparently windsurfing was invented in the UK.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. It's something we've done. Well, we invent a lot of stuff, but then it goes. Yeah. Who makes the best windsurfing boards, country-wise?
Well, Darren might argue Goya, yeah. Yeah, there's about, I don't know, maybe 10 different companies make windsurfing equipment from all over the world.
And is it ever likely to become an Olympic sport?
It is.
It is an Olympic sport.
Yeah, it is.
Is it a new Olympic sport?
No, it's been around. It's been involved with Olympics quite a while now.
I've never seen it covered on the TV particularly.
It doesn't get much coverage, unfortunately. very much the same as the sailing
Yeah.
aspect of the Olympics, but
Although sailing in the past couple of years, past couple of Olympics, has become quite prominent,
Yeah,
hasn't
it
it?
is, yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
getting quite out there. Yeah.
Do people still think of it as a bit, you know, if you're a windsurfer, you're just hanging around on the beach drinking and playing music and whistling at girls?
I hope not.
I think you have to be quite dedicated now because you know you got to think about fitness because you know if you're going out in these strong environments with strong winds and big waves, you know Simon does also a lot of wave sailing. That's mainly what I do. So you're going out in big waves and you're getting jumps and you know you're going for loops and stuff like that. But so basically the Olympic side and what we're hosting is a race, so it's course racing. So you know you're going off from the starting line, you're going hell for leather, and then whoever comes in first place obviously wins. But there's obviously other disciplines which is freestyle where you're doing tricks, and then you've got wave sailing where you're going out hitting these waves.
Is it dangerous?
It depends, really. It depends
Not
how hard
really.
you go.
Yeah, if you're in Hawaii in a big 40-foot waves, that could be quite dangerous.
Have you
But
done that?
I haven't. No, I've been to some places, but I haven't been to Hawaii. It's one place I'd like to go.
And how old? I mean, is it a sport people of all ages can do, or is it a young person's sport primarily?
Yeah, all ages.
All
from
ages,
infants
yeah,
to
for
people who are
for sure.
70.
Really?
Yeah, I know people that age
Yeah.
who do it. Yeah.
I mean, the windsurfing school, we cater for all ages. We have these tiny little sails, they're like handkerchiefs, and my son started windsurfing at the age of 2. So and now he's 5, and my daughter's 9. She started at the age of 5. So you know, we have all ranges of stuff that we can use of equipment to get kids.
And do you
out
ever
of
do
water.
it with the kites? You know, whether they go sort of surfing on the or not? You don't. Oh, you don't approve of that.
No, we've got
no.
nothing against
We've got
kites.
nothing
No,
against
it's
them
just
at
a
all.
different sport, isn't it?
Sometimes you could be on the beach and there's a guy wrestling with this thing to get the wing up, and takes forever to get it up, and then they crashes down in the sea and he can't get it up. I do feel sorry for sometimes. It
that's
takes
right.
it takes an awful lot.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
are-
No,
there
we
are
help
some
them
good
launch
guys.
and retrieve their kites.
Yeah, there's some good guys out there that kite surf. I mean, I used to kite surf when I lived in Australia. You know, it depends. So I mean, doing both sports it works out quite expensive. So you may favour one over the other, and go. You know.
All right. Well, listen, Darren and Simon, thank you both for coming in. Look forward to it in Harwich at the.
Yeah, the Quiver Windsurfing, and that's on the 16th and 17th of May. So we've got live music and all sorts of other entertainment that weekend.
So it'll be a proper surfing weekend.
It certainly will be.
Be able to buy Hawaiian shirts there probably and stuff like
Let's
that.
hope it's windy.
Yeah. Well, let's pray for wind for
If this
the.
carries on, this forecast today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wind
well,
and
not too
sunshine.
much. I mean, let it die off and then come back weekend after next, isn't it?
Yeah,
Good,
sure.
guys. Thank you very much indeed. Good to
No
talk to you.
problem.
And it makes you feel summer, doesn't it? Talking about surfing, windsurfing, that makes you feel all summery.